What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So Van Jones did it again, man. Van Jones cried over Papa Joe Biden yet again. As we all know, as was reported, I reported it, the brother LB reported it, other people reported it. Um, it was heavily rumored by sources that were credible that President Papa Joe Biden was going to quit his campaign and announce it on Sunday. And that is indeed what happened. And Van Jones cracked up again on air, talking about, we always have their family member that you fight with them, take the keys away, and you fight them with the keys, and you finally give them to them, and they realize that this time, and you know, and they're going to honor this man at the convention. They're going to give a state of ovation for about 5 minutes. Not going to talk. And this man has done so much. He's such a good Mr. Cooper, good white folk. Mr. Papa Joe Biden, good white folk. Fuck, man. Look, remember 4 years ago when they finally, because remember that election wasn't, well, it wasn't really in doubt, but it wasn't determined on election day, but Biden definitely had the edge in the popular vote electoral college. Remember when, I think it was like 2 days later, Pennsylvania was finally called for Joe Biden. That put him over the 270 mark in electoral college, giving him the presidency. And Van Jones, oh my God, man, that dude was a complete total embarrassment for masculinity anywhere, every race. Just on stage, just crying more than a goddamn Miss America contest win. I mean, what in the world, bro? You could be proud of your country. You worry about your sister, and your mother, your aunt, going up all this violence. The Trump and the people, and all the hatred and racial injustice. Mr. Biden, good white folk. Look, man, I'm not saying that I'm a wall when it comes to emotion. On the contrary, I'm a very emotional person on the inside. I try to control it. But when Barack Obama was elected in 2008, and I did vote for him twice, even though I was disappointed in his presidency because he did everything for everybody else in the Democratic coalition except for us. But we were the most loyal constituent. We voted at higher numbers than anybody else in the Democratic coalition for him. And once again, we got nothing. That's when I finally opened up my eyes about the Democratic Party. Totally. I was already conscious of them before. But anyway, getting to the point. I'm not ashamed to admit that on election night, even though I already knew he was going to win before the West Coast polls closed, because I'm very familiar with how the Electoral College vote and voting pattern, but when they made that announcement that he was elected president, I'm not ashamed to admit I cried. I cried in a way that every black person can relate to. Because I never thought in my lifetime at that point that we would see a black president. I don't care about him being half black, half white, or whatever the hell. He looked like he's black. Okay? The police pull his ass over, they see a black man. That's my determination. If the police pull your ass over, or if you caught with drugs, if they just see you to rehab or see you to jail, that's the litmus test for how America see whether you're black or white. If you look like Charlie Sheen, you got tiger blood. If you look like Tiger Woods, your black ass going to prison. Okay? So I get that. And if this was 2008, and Van Jones was on air crying like that, I mean, I would, I would not have gotten mad at him. But Papa Joe, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, man. What's gonna eventually happen? One of these days, a Klansman, right? A Klansman's gonna run for office, and he gonna have a radio ad. He gonna run for office as a Democrat, and he's not gonna be on TV. He gonna have uh, actresses, black actresses. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Black actresses just talking about him. Oh, Sterling Martin, child. Sterling Martin. Oh, he's gonna do good for the people. Oh, Sterling Martin, child. You don't know about Sterling Martin? Sterling Martin got programs that's gonna help all the people of Stupavania. Yes, sir, girl. And all they're gonna do is just talk a certain cadence, and people gonna go to the polls and vote for this Klansman and look like fucking fools. That's what's gonna happen. Matter of fact, it has happened to a certain extent. Look, man, I don't know how many times I have to say this. Joe Biden is not somebody that we should be like having all of this emotional attachment to. I don't get it. I understand Barack Obama. I get that 100%. Even to a certain extent, I got Bill Clinton. We weren't quite in the information age. Some of the things that he was involved in, some of the things he did, weren't readily known to everybody. And I get it. He had a good little swag with him. I get some of the likability with Bill Clinton. I get it. I knew he was a scumbag, but I get some of the likability with him. But Joe Biden, man, Lord have mercy. I just wish that it was like required reading for all of us to look into the past voting history and the past policy making of these people. And if you understood some of the things Joe Biden did and some of the people that he knew, you would not get you would finally understand why I look at people who are so in love with Joe Biden funny. You got people on here talking about if you can't tell the difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, they look at me suspect or other people suspect. Man, if I look at people suspect who keep capping for this dude. I mean, y'all do realize that there's a lot of Republicans in the Democratic Party, right? See, the Republican Party has gotten so far to the right that they kicked out more moderate mobs. You know what I'm saying? People like, I'll put you like this. This is how far right the Republican Party has gone. Y'all know Ronald Reagan was pro-immigration. Did you know that? Remember, Ronald Reagan was so conservative. Did you know Ronald Reagan was pro-immigration? Did you know that Ronald Reagan was pro-gun rights? Did you know that Nixon was pro-gun rights? No, not gun rights, excuse me. Pro-gun control. I misspoke. Did you know that Reagan and Nixon were both pro-gun control advocates? They wouldn't even fit the Republican Party. They'd be called liberals. They'd be called liberals. Nixon was a civil rights advocate when he was younger. That was probably like, huh? Ain't you a racist? LBJ was too. See how that works? See the brainwashing by the media? I don't listen to these people because that issue will brainwash you into thinking that one side is for you and the other side is against you. Both sides work with each other. When are you going to wake up? When are you going to wake up, people? They work with each other. It's like wrestling. I love politics. I like following it. But only on a local level can we really make a difference. The rest of this stuff is just theater for me to enjoy, like a movie. I know it's not real, but I still watch it and enjoy it. By the way, I hope people know that Van Jones plays both sides of the coin, and I'll prove it to you. You know, Van Jones runs a PR firm called Megaphone Strategies, right? And this firm openly lobbied electoral college electors not to cast their votes for Donald Trump, right? Now, that's fine and dandy, but you can't be on a network professing to be an objective journalist and you run a firm that's trying to subvert the democratic process. What if it came to a point where Trump had 207 electoral votes and an elector decided not to vote for him? Then the election gets thrown to the House of Representatives. Isn't that subverting democracy? I mean, yeah, the Republicans did it or tried to do it, but technically so is Van Jones. And if I'm not mistaken, two electors didn't vote for Donald Trump in 2016, excuse me. They didn't vote for him. But look, so he is the head of a firm that openly lobbied and still lobbies electoral college not to vote for Trump, right? But at the same time, Van Jones worked with Jared Kushner on police and criminal justice reform. Jared Kushner is Donald Trump's son-in-law. So wait a minute. How could you have a firm called Megaphone Strategies that openly lobbied electoral college to not vote for President Trump, but then you work with Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, on police reform and criminal justice reform? All of this, a lot of this stuff, man, is just theater. Donald Trump the other day was on the phone. We heard it, talking to RFK Jr. and how much of a good friend he is. Yet, a couple weeks before that, he was on his platform, Truth Social, excoriating RFK Jr. Let's wake up, people. But getting back to the point, Van Jones is a very emotional, crybaby ass nigga. Um, you know, he was crying, man. Y'all really got to see when he was crying in 2020, man. That was a complete blubbering. I mean, this dude was blubbering on air like like a 6-year-old boy just running around the house, acting stupid, digging in his ass, putting his hand to his sister's face and stuff, and the mama grab him, take that belt, and inside you kind of like, yes, beat his goddamn ass, and she popped his ass with 10 huge lashes upside his goddamn ass and his back, and he just ugly crying. That's what Van Jones did. Man, you know this was a crybaby ass little boy right here. You know Van Jones was a crybaby ass little boy. Cry about everything. No, no, it's time to go to bed. I hate this house. What you say? You say nothing. You say you hate this house, boy? You weirdo little boy? Huh? You nerd? Come here.